Well, y'all, the saga continues. Apparently, Tamar responded to Funky. Well, her lawyers did. And child, she just pissed him off even more. So grab you a drink and a snack, because this one gonna get a little lengthy. And y'all just tell me what y'all think about this. Because I feel like she shouldn't even respond no more after this one.
It is a letter or a statement on letterhead from Tamar's attorney's office. And so the letter reads, official statement of Tamar E. Braxton. This summer, I poured my heart into Heartbreak Retrograde, a project that includes a 6-song EP and a short film. Seeing it reach #1 on the iTunes R&B chart in the top 20 overall has meant the world to me, and your support has been incredible. That is why it's been especially painful to watch a hurtful and completely untrue rumor spread online this week, accusing me of having an inappropriate relationship with a male co-star. Let me be clear, this is a lie. It's sad that the moment you achieve something meaningful, some people choose to respond with gossip and sensationalism. The rumors don't just touch me, they touch our families, our kids, our loved ones, the people who've never asked to be dragged into this nonsense. I had hoped by now we'd see better from those who claim to report responsibility and love our people. As for me, I'm letting my lawyers take it from here. Stay focused on what I've been creating, storytelling, making music, and films for that matter. If you haven't heard Heartbreak Retrograde, yes, I hope you'll give it a listen. And I thank you again for lifting us up so high on the charts, Tamar Braxton. And success to you and your album. I just find it very odd that after you start a shitstorm, now all of a sudden you want to go focus on your project, so on and so forth, and you want to let your lawyers handle it. Well, let me tell you something. Your lawyers are about to have a whole lot to handle. I told you once, and I'm going to tell you again, I'm not one of these new bitches to doing this, baby. I'm 14 years in, been sued by some of the best. Check my lawsuit record. Stayed in court with Sheree. Stayed in court with Chris Stokes. Stayed in court with XYZ Company. Stayed in court with Music Company. And I'm here to let you know, baby, it's going to take more than a little piece of statement on your lawyer's letterhead claiming rumors about an inappropriate relationship to scare me. Because if that's the term that we're going by, inappropriate relationship, the person is claiming that you had an inappropriate relationship, if that's the thing that we're hanging on to, then baby, you Mr. Walker, you don't even want to waste your time sending me nothing on your fax paper, because the relationship was extremely inappropriate, and I knew that this is how you was gonna play it. So now we finna take it all the way back to the very beginning. I knew this was how you was gonna play it. And let's be very clear here. If y'all remember when the situation first broke and about the whole mouth stuff, and I said, and the only reason you dropped that video is because, and I said, I ain't gonna do it to you. Y'all remember that? I said, and the only reason you dropped that music video real quick like this was because, and I said, I ain't even gonna do it. The reason you dropped that music video as quickly as you did is because people had spotted y'all ass, okay? Inappropriate relationship. Well, you tell me, Tamar, if it's appropriate or inappropriate when we're sitting at Roof Chris and he's rubbing in between your thighs, in between your dress. Mr. Walker, her attorney, you let me know if that's appropriate or not appropriate, because you were sitting there. Let me move over. You were sitting there. He was drinking and talking, and he was touching in between your legs, and rightfully so. Now, let me give her this. You pushed his hand and was like, stop. But you know that cute little stop that y'all girls do, and he kept leaning in. He kept leaning in and whispering, and he would rub in between her legs again, and she would push his hands off again, real cute, like real 16-year-old, like. Let me know if that's appropriate or inappropriate as a male co-star. And I'm gonna tell you something. I just thought about something. I'm the fool in this situation. I am the biggest fool in this situation, because now it's all making sense. I'll never forget calling my best friend Quisha, and I said, XYZ is going on, and I can't understand for the life of me why Tamar is doing this in front of me. I remember saying that. I remember saying, you know, me and her are just getting to know each other, and she got this stuff going on with Mendices, and she know I'm a YouTuber, and she know I'm a blogger, and I'm curious to know if she's doing all of this because she want me to go tell it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I look back at all of it, I really do feel like it was a scheme that you set up to put me in this position to do it. I also remember overhearing when I got to the video shoot, I walked in, it was you and Nivea was already there, L'Oreal was there, and y'all kept making references to, oh my God, Tamar, when this come out, it's gonna break the internet. It's gonna break the internet. Now, let's get back to the notion of inappropriate behavior, okay? So we've got him playing up your thighs in Roof Chris. I don't know if that's inappropriate or not. We're gonna have to let Mr. Walker or the rest of the lawyer, or I'm gonna have to call Annalise Keating and let her decide. I will say this, the simple fact that when we would leave the Four Seasons, and when we got to V12, and when we would leave Roof Chris, the fact that when we was at Four Seasons, you and him bent around that corner because them girls was out there that saw y'all, and that softly made the blogs. You was hiding behind that stairwell until that car came up. That would probably suggest that what y'all was doing was inappropriate, because if it was platonic, why wouldn't all of us just walk right on outside into the car? When we went to the V12, man, and they lit up all the candles and stuff, Mendices was outside behind us. He beat me there. If it wasn't inappropriate, then why isn't Mendice and his friend in the video with us doing this? And matter of fact, okay, because since you getting your ducats in a row, I gotta go ahead and get mine in a row, because see, we forget that night at V12, there were several people, celebrity friends included, that were up in that section that witnessed what was going on, as well as the harem of girls. So this is the first thing we gonna do. If you were one of the people that were in that VIP section at V12 who saw Tamar Braxton tipsily or drunkenly sitting in Mendices' lap in a very flirty manner, please email me. If you were with those group of females that was at the Four Seasons that night, when they was trying to hide behind the columns before the valet people brought the car, if you was one of those people that saw them that night as well, please email me. And Mr. Walker, down to the law office, you're gonna wanna write this one down, because I heard this one with my own ears and saw it with my own face, and I was really concerned. I was like, why is this lady doing this in front of me? Tamar, you gonna sit up in my face, you gonna sit up in my face with your three faces and tell me that you and Mendices did not have a conversation at that table in Roof Chris about him putting out a statement about him and Yandy not being together no more? We really gonna do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on Chat GPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you gotta go back and rewrite it to kind of make it sound like it's you. We gonna say that didn't happen? He just my friend. I can't. I mean, and then I said, Tamar, ain't he married? He ain't married. They not married. They just do that for the show. They not married. We gonna pretend like you was not sitting in his lap with them booty shorts on and them two new big old titties you just purchased with the shirt split down like this? Is that what we finna do? Is we finna pretend like you wasn't sitting in his lap like this? He was sitting down, you had your leg crossed like this, sitting on his lap with them two tig old biddies like this, and we was all drunk. That's what we doing? That didn't happen? Or maybe it did happen, but that don't qualify as inappropriate behavior. What about the part when we left the video shoot all drunk and we all went to help you take the boxes and stuff back up to your house, and he walked right on in there in your house and got on the sofa and got under the cover, bitch, like he was very comfortable laying there. You gonna tell me that didn't happen? Vince was there because Vince came out and said hello to everybody, so I'm not alluding that nothing freaky happened. You ain't the only one that got lawyers on the line. One of your favorite lawyers reached out to me this morning. The white one you used to fuck, bitch. Okay? I got them all on the line, baby. Everybody is on the line. I got a whole harem of black females that hate your ass that's attorneys in my inbox ready to go. Not to mention the ones I keep on my own. So I'm trying to decide who I'ma hire. Baby, I ain't never been scared of you. I've been told you leave me alone. I've been told your motherfucking ass to leave me the hell alone. I feel like a big dumbass right now. I really do. Because I feel like you roped me into all of this for this moment to promote that damn album. It's all making sense to me now. It's all making sense. Because the way you were overly flirty and the way you and Zoe kept trying to probe me with questions, with stuff with Mendices, I really feel like you were setting me up to tell it and my dumb ass fell for it. But bitch, since I'm falling on the ground and I can't get up, bitch, we telling it all. Sure did. Got in that black car, sat all in his lap, and y'all was kissing all up to 75, 85 until we got back to your house. You gonna tell me that didn't happen? We hung out on 3 separate occasions where it's just supposed to be me, you, and maybe Zoe and the makeup people, and here comes Mendices. I'm gonna help you, Mr. Walker. You need to go down to the Four Seasons and ask them to delete the video footage from the night when Tamar had on the blue denim dress that had the puffy shoulders and the skirt here. Cause that's the night all those girls saw her at ballet and her and Mendices trying to hide behind that column. I'ma help your case, Mr. Walker. Matter of fact, I might pull my credit card statement and let you know exactly which date it was. The dress was blue on that day. The dress was army fatigue green on the day we was down to the roof, Chris, and he was rubbing in between her thighs, and she was talking about, stop. Everything they say about your ass is true. You don't went up and stirred up all this motherfucking confusion, all because you wanted sympathy, going around lying, talking about the top of your damn mouth done fell out. Do you see how one little cry for attention on the internet has turned into all of this? When all you had to do was take your pie-faced ass on L'Oreal podcast, all you had to say was, I hung out with some friends that night. When I got home, I went through my normal routine. I passed out. Instead, you wanted to be shady. And for all of y'all out there talking about, she didn't never say his name. She didn't never say his name. She didn't have to say my name. When you know you're one of the main characters in the story, your name don't have to be said. If anybody was betrayed in this situation, it was me, who ended up being collateral damage in your antics, your reindeer games, and your bullshit. So I'm here to tell you and Mr. Walker, bring it on, bitch. On the flip side of things, Yandy, I want to apologize to you if you getting caught up in this, but at the very end of the day, Yandy, it also ain't my responsibility to protect you. It's your man's own. It's Tamar's job to protect her children and her family, and it's Mendices' job to protect his children and her family. You want to keep poking and poking. You let that damn man send some shit around my damn house. You gonna curse the day that shit ever made it here. I tell you that. All of this shit was dead. But in the true Tamar fashion, you had to take your pie-faced ass up there to L'Oreal and be shady. Shouldn't your ass be somewhere healing? Leave me the fuck alone, bitch.
If it refers to you, then it refers to you. And a hit dog will holler.